God, no! What is this? How did this happen? It's been slaughtered and I'm going to be the next one. Blood is congealed. I'm losing control. I need to... Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me once again for another horror game playthrough. This one is a demo for a new game called THORNER, which has been created by this channel's very good friend Tony Deans at Snoring Dog Studios. I reviewed Tony's first game, The Flayed Man, last year. That was a very popular video, and I also had Tony on the channel for a live stream chat. So I'll put both of those video links in the description here so that you can go and check those out if you like. I'm so happy to see that Tony has a new game for us, and I can't wait to check it out, so let's get started. Plagued by the horrors infesting your mind, you fled to the wilderness. You found serenity in nature, comforted by the belief you were truly alone. You were wrong. I love it already. God, no! What is this? How did this happen? It's been slaughtered and I'm going to be the next one. Blood is congealed. I'm losing control. I need to... breathe. I take the cold air into my lungs, clearing the cloud of anxiety fogging my mind. Why couldn't I have just ignored it? The decay. For days I've been able to smell it on the wind. Curiosity got the better of me. It's not unusual in the wild. Normally it's a badger or a fox which lost a fight for territory. But never like this. Stags are huge, powerful creatures made of muscle and sinew. This is Britain. Bears went extinct 1,000 years ago. I did not know that. The carcass has not been devoured. It was not killed for food. There is nothing left which could do this, or want to. This was an act of annihilation driven by pure rage. The only true remnant of the stag is its glassy eye that stares right at me. In it, I can see... I wish this were a live stream so you guys could chat me which one to do. Maybe when the full game comes out, I'll do it as a live stream and you guys can tell me in the chat what choice you want me to make. But for now, I'll choose acceptance. The stag realized this was a battle which could not be won. It allowed itself to escape the pain by embracing darkness. Everything in nature and society says this is the wrong thing to do. You should fight back, rage to your dying breath. What utter rubbish. The only thing we truly possess are our thoughts. Even unto death, they can't take our interiority away from us. Even in its base animalism, the stag knew this. I can't change what happened. I should get back to camp. I was able to get the fire going quickly, although I'd be lying if I said I wasn't feeling unnerved. This is the highlight of my day, partaking in the simple yet wondrous alchemy of firecraft. Until I came to this place that I'm not going to insult the place or any person by mispronouncing. I know the second word is dove. I really hadn't appreciated how miraculous it is. So dove means black. I know that in Irish Gaelic. It might also be Scottish Gaelic. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure what the first word is or how to pronounce it. So if anyone can translate this for us, please throw it into the comments. It's something black. The forest provides the dry leaves and fallen branches whilst I source the quartz and pyrite from the riverside. Combining these elements with the air in my lungs, I create the blaze of the red flower. The crackle is the only man-made sound in the vast woodland. There are no flight paths nor roads. Instead, the forest is alive with a natural symphony. Rustling leaves, clattering antlers, small creatures traversing the undergrowth. I stare into the flickering flames, and the Gaian harmony absorbs me. Gaian must be a reference to Gaia, the name for the earth, the goddess of the earth, in ancient Greek myth. The harmony of the earth. This makes me want to go camping. I am made one with the breath of life which runs through all things. But not tonight. What I encountered today disquieted me. I can see the ribs cracked open, exposing the still heart they once caged, surrounded by thick clots of dried blood enmeshed on blades of grass. I'm going to read my book. I need something to take my mind off today. Certainly a strange feeling selecting what you know will be your final book. It was my last decision before starting my journey. I chose... Collected works of Poe. Only those who have walked in darkness can know the limitless depths of anger. Poe is one of them. The heart of the matter. One lapse in judgment, one mistake, and you slide downwards without any way to stop. Green captures the descent, unlike any other. Crime and punishment. With enough justification, you can do anything. How can you turn back from the irredeemable? Dostoevsky explores the impossible path to do so. Well, I'm a massive Poe fan, so I'm going to pick the collected works of Poe. I first read Poe when I was a little boy. I liked his Gothic storytelling, although truth be told, I didn't understand it at the time. I do now. My favorite is The Mask of the Red Death. Good choice. All those fancy bastards thinking they're special, not giving a damn about the plebes dying en masse. So if you're not familiar with the story, The Mask of the Red Death, it takes place during a plague. And, there's this palace up on this hill way outside of the city where the rich people have retired to sort of hole up and ride out this plague so that they're not mixing with the common people, the plebes in the city, and they think that they're safe. And I'm going to spoil it because I think it might be important for the game and we might end up getting it spoiled anyway. This figure called the Red Death shows up in the palace and everyone ends up dying. So the plague got to them anyway, despite their thinking that they were safe by ignoring everyone else who was dying and only thinking of themselves. They got hit anyhow. If they'd ever actually lived in the real world, they'd have known there is no escape. Through Poe's words, I became the spectral image. I am the Red Death. The forest is alive with the screams of the nobility. I hold my illimitable dominion over all and relish in their suffering. I hear his screams. Not laughing now, are you? You ruined my life. I'm drenched in sweat and my jaw is clenched tight as I burn with rage. I must calm down. I don't have to fight anymore. I shall put the anger behind me and let it go once and for all. As the adrenaline wears off, I realize I am completely exhausted. I'm turning in for the night. So before we go any further with this game, I want to point out, I just realized that the border for the dialogue box is thorns. And of course, the game is called THORNER. And I can't help but think of the crown of thorns that Christ wore as a mockery for his claim to being king in his passion before his crucifixion. Right after he was scourged with whips, he was crowned with thorns by the Roman soldiers who were tormenting him. So we'll see if that comes into play at all. My head is full of thorns. I awoke this morning with my muscles seized tight as if a lightning bolt struck me during the night. It took a while for my body to loosen up, and when it did, my bones were riddled with a deep ache. What is happening to me? Normally, my mornings are filled with joyous anticipation of the simple wonders this place holds. Instead, I left my camp as soon as I could and decided to walk until I got rid of this strange feeling of dread. A few hours later, it dawned on me how quiet the woods are. Aside from the wind, there is no sound at all. A forest should never be silent. I know what I'll do. Which yes, sir, should I pick? I'll pick the one right in the middle. Well, oh, wow, that's frightening. I'll say it again slowly so you get it right this time. Get me a coffee with milk and 2 sugars. What are you waiting for? Walking to the mess, I feel like spilled red paint spreading over a white carpet. Stupid bastard, stupid bastard. It's a coffee with 3 sugars. Coward, 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 coward. I think I got all of them. No, that's too many. Maybe it was 1? I'm holding a spoon and a mug. I put in... Oh gosh, I can't remember. All right, what did he say? 2. I'm staring at the yellow wall outside of the officer's mess. Get me out of here. God, get me out of here. I must knock. When I do, a dozen eyes will glance at me and a single thought will be shared. Here's the oxygen thief who can't do anything right. The utter waste of space. Knock. I'm leaving it too late. What do you, so I don't swear, so what are you doing? If I tell you to do something, do it immediately. On this submarine, I am your god. Wow, they're on a sub, so obviously there's no getting away from anybody on a submarine. I've been on a submarine as a museum, right? A submarine that was turned into a museum. I can't imagine. It is like being in a tin can. It looks like this guy, and I could be wrong because it's cut off, but this symbol here that he has on the front of his uniform, it looks like an Egyptian Ankh. Now, I could be wrong because I'm only seeing the top half here, so that might not be what it is, but he takes a sip. He spits the coffee into my face. I guess I got the sugars wrong. The brown sticky liquid burns as it runs down onto my neck and chest. I'm shaking and I can feel tears welling behind my eyes. Don't cry. I'm a man, for God's sake. He spat on me. I'm a grown man and he spat on me. Why did you put sugar in this AB sneed? Learn to listen. I said no sugar. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? Hello, is anybody in there? He raps my head with his knuckles and laughs, gazing into my eyes all the while. Without a single word, I know what he's really saying. Do something. I dare you, coward. I decide to hit him, cry, or report him. Okay, so I think report him is probably the best one because, again, on a submarine in close quarters, I think the first 2 options you would be living with for a very long time. So let's report him. I turn on my heels and head to the CO's office. Behind me, I can hear him calling out. I pay him no mind. The CO takes one look at me and knows something unacceptable has happened. I tell him everything, the months of mental torture I've been through. He tells me this is the 21st century. Such behavior has no place in the Navy. He resolves the issue quickly, and as soon as we reach dock, my tormentor is removed. When we get back underway, for the first time in a long time, I smile. I can finally do the job I was trained to do. In reality, I did nothing. The Navy would never go against an officer. Enlisted men are just toys for officers to play with. We don't matter. Make me another one. Yes, sir. I'll say it again slowly so you get it right this time. Get me a coffee with milk and 2 sugars. So I had the 2 sugars right. Was there an option for milk? I don't think there was. God help me, I'm lost. I'm going in circles and circles. My hips are as stiff as a tightened screw and my feet raw with blisters. The sun has set and I don't know where I am. I'm completely turned around. I head... Okay, guys, east, north, or west. Why isn't south an option? East, north, or west? Let's head towards the rising sun, east. Trees, mud, it's all the same. I know these woods like the back of my hand. Why am I so confused? Him, even now, with hundreds of miles between us, he clings to me like a parasite. Concentrate. I must go. Let's keep our east theme and head northeast. Who am I kidding? I'm not an outdoorsman. I've only ever been a few miles from my campsite. I'm completely out of my depth. I could be 30 miles away from camp and heading further away. I am desperate. I'm not above begging for help. I call out to God. The smell of incense carried on cold winter winds. Stained glass window of Christ in death and Christ triumphant. I still believe. I speak to him. God, I have often called to you. I have received no answer except silence. If you have ever loved me, help me. Guide my path. I've never experienced darkness like in this place. If it wasn't for my flashlight, I wouldn't even be able to see my hands. I continue forward. I have no other choice. An uncanny feeling comes over me. Every nerve in my body tells me I am in grave danger. I stop, turn off the flashlight, and listen. It sounds kind of like a heartbeat, but it's not regular enough. Something large cracks branches underfoot as it moves forward, accompanied by the faint buzz of flies. Oh, don't tell me. I hear it in every direction. I hear it in no direction. This is the stag's defiler. I thought it was the stag, like zombie stag. Suddenly it stops, as if it has spotted something of interest. Me. I hold my breath and don't make a sound. Feels like an eternity until I hear it restart its journey. I don't dare turn on the flashlight until it has long passed. My heart is beating so fast it feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. These woods aren't safe. I need to put as much distance between me and whatever that thing was and figure out a way to leave right now. No sleep, no rest. Damn the camp. I turn and head in the opposite direction. At least I hope it is. Uh-oh. I realize now I am not lost. I am trapped. 4 times I have left this place in different directions, and 4 times I have returned to the cave of flies. The stench emanating is overwhelming, and it takes every fiber of my being not to vomit. It is stagnation. It is disease. Something beckons me to enter. To do so would be insane, but I cannot leave. The forest will not let me. I have no choice. Oh no, come on! 1 out of 3 endings completed. Okay, so even in the demo, you could get 3 different endings, but this is the only ending that I'm going to play because I want to save it for you in case you want to play yourself. So I will put the link to the Steam page for this game in the description for this video as well. Anyway, I cannot wait until the full game release. And again, maybe we'll do that one as a live stream, and then you guys can tell me which options to pick. That might be fun. Again, congratulations, Tony, on your 2nd game. And thank you all so much once again for joining me. Until next time, take good care. Bye now.